My continue my session now. Please respond through chat box. So I will try to share my screen also. Please try to check that. Please respond through anyone chat box. My continue my session now. Is it screen is available? Are you able to see the screen? May I start my session now? Please respond through anyone chat box. My continuous session. Yeah, thank you. Okay, now I try to continue my session. I hope my screen is also visible to you. Okay, in the last class, we were discussing about what is the relational data model. Okay, and how we which type of technology used there. So, what is the relation? What is the relational distance? What is the relational degree? Okay, so what is the meaning of tuple? What is the domain? Okay, relational instance. In this type of we are discussing about different keywords related to the relational model. Am I right? So another thing we are discussing about the SQL also. What is SQL? What are the advantages of SQL? How we are creating the tables, right? How we are deleting the records. So we are discussing about the different types of database languages like DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, right? So in the case of DDL, data definition language, so that means here we are using create, alter, drop commands. Okay, create command is used for creating the tables. Alter command is used for altering the tables. So that means adding the columns or removing the columns from the existing table. So another one is the drop means nothing but drop the entire database. In the same way, DML means nothing but data manipulation language used for to performing the manipulation. So that means, so in the case of data definition language, not occurring any type of the modification, but in the case of DML, occurring the modification. So that's why that language can be referred as data manipulation language. Okay. In this language, we are using different types of commands: update, select, insert, okay, delete. Okay, in the case of update command, so that is used for to update the existing table. So how we are updating the table, for example, so if the student number is 1, so we want to change that number is 10. So then how we can change that number? Update, table name, set field name equal to value, where field name equal to value. So in that type of way, we are changing that condition. For example, if we want to try to change the serial number 1 to 10, whose name is Ramesh. Okay. So then how we can how we can write the query? Update table name, for example, table name student. So update student, set SNO equal to 11, where S name equal to Ramesh. Okay, so that means in that type of way we are updating the existing data. And another thing, select is used for to display the content. So whatever it may be, we are write the query. First of all, we write the select class. So and please remember one thing. So in the query having the three parts mainly. So one is the select class, from class, where class. Select class specifying what to be displayed, from class specifying from where. Okay, where class specifying condition. Okay, and another thing is the uh, insert command is used for to inserting the values into a table. For example, how we are writing that: insert into table name values and open the parenthesis, and we can directly giving the values, or we can directly giving the field names with the ampersand. So we can use anyone. So we're already discussing about all these things. Just to try to revise one. Okay, and another thing, we are discussing about the uh, DCL and TCL commands also, data control language, and another one is the transaction control language. In the case of DCL, so we are using grant and revoke commands. So what is the purpose of grant? To grant the permissions for all users. So how we are grant? So grant all privileges to username. So how we are create the user? Create user username identified by password. So for example, if I want to create Ganesh is a user, then how I can write that? Create user, username is Ganesh, identified by. Okay, so here the space between the identified and by. Okay, next we try to give the password. So we can use any type of the password. For example, 123456. Okay, so that means how we can write that? Create user Ganesh identified by 123456. So in that type of way, we are creating the user. Next, we try to give the permissions for to that user. So grant all privileges, okay, to Ganesh. Okay, for example, if I want to remove the permissions from the user, so then how I can delete that? So by using revoke. So that means revoke, revoke all privileges from Ganesh. Simple. Okay, so in that type of way, we are assigning the permissions and removing the permissions from the user. So the next one is TCL. So nothing but commit, rollback, save point. Commit means nothing but performing the save changes. Whatever it may be, we are performing the changes. Those are committed to the disk by using commit. Okay. So next one is the save point. Save point is used for to saving the particular rows of a transaction. Okay. So another one is the rollback. Rollback is used for like a undo operation. For example, if we're creating some table, okay, in the table maybe we are entering 3 rows. So now using the commit button. So what it means? So those type of changes are committed to the disk. So now if we are performing some deletion, okay, if you are performing some deletion, then it will be automatically deleted one row. So even though one row is deleted, we can get that row by using rollback, simple rollback. Then the output is rollback complete. Then we can easily see the order it may be deleting that row. Okay. So in that type of way, we are discussing about different types of database languages. So today we try to discuss about the different types of functions, built-in functions, date functions. So these type of functions are we try to discuss today. Okay. So I hope all of the members able to see the screen now. So now I try to continue my session. Okay. Okay. First of all, you try to see. So I will try to forward this experiments later. Okay. Actually, we try to do these experiments in the lab sessions. Okay. Just according to our topic, now I try to consider this. Okay. If you observe here, these are the Oracle built functions. Okay. Our database filled functions. So all these are built inside, so we can use that function. So that means what is the meaning of function? When we are run that function, that it will be automatically perform some other function. Okay. If you observe here, ASCII. So ASCII is a one function and returns the number. That code that represents specific character. So that means we are already discussing about this. ASCII means nothing but a American Standard Code information for interchange. So that means in the keyboard we are having so many letters. So like from A to Z letters, some spaces are there, some commas and special characters at the rate of into. So like this. So different types of symbols, different types of letters on the keyboard. So how the system can able to understand so which type of character is pressed by the user by using ASCII code. So that means if we are pressing A, then it will be returns the code into the 65 if it is a capital A. If it is a small a, so returns the that code inside internally, the system will be receive the code 97. So then it will be understood that code is a. So in that type of a system will be converts the code into the ASCII codes. Okay. So for example, how we are using this? If you are observe here, if you are observe here, so just here we try to create one table. Okay, how we are creating this table? Create table name, student name, and varchar of 20 and serial number int. So then the output is table created. So now select ASCII of S name as num code of first char from student. Then no row selected. So why? Because here we are not inserting any name. So now we try to insert into table name. So insert into table name. So next we try to specify the field name. Next we specify the values. Next we try to give the actual values. So for example, here we are giving the values is Srinvi and 522. And now we try to using the same type of query now. Select ASCII S name as num code of first char from student. So then, so what is the first char? So asking about the, for example, if you write the query like this, select S name from what is the table name here? Student. Select S name from student. Then what is the output? So display all student names. Am I right? So, but here using ASCII function. Originally here we are using select ASCII of. For example, we are giving like this. Select ASCII of A within single quotes from jewel. Then the output is 65. Okay. So in the same way, here also we are using the data from the table. So select ASCII of S name. Here we are not giving the single quotes. Why? Because here we are read the data from the table. Okay. So what are the S names in your table actually? So one row is Srinvi and another one name is Shri. Okay. So that means both letters are S. Okay. both letters are S. So, and another one is gas num code of first char. So what it means here, the as command is used for to performing the renaming. Okay, rename. Okay, by using as we can rename the we can rename the field name. Okay, so here how we change this, select ASCII of S name. So that means, so it will be selecting the only first character, even though we are giving a string, but it will be consider only one character. So please wait here 1 minute. Okay, so I hope all of the members able to understood this. So by using as, we can change the field name. So when we are displaying the value, so if you observe here, so num code of first char is a one name. So if you observe here, so the same thing is displayed. Num code of first char is displayed. Next, it will be displaying 8383. What it means? So if you observe here, so the capital letter of S, the ASCII code is 83. So that's why display like this. So in this same way, we can use the ASCII function. Okay, I hope all of the members are able to clear. So next one is concat. So what is the purpose of concat? Concat means nothing but performing the concatenation. So nothing but, so if you observe here, concatenates two or more strings into a one string. So how we are using this syntax? Concat of string 1 and string 2. Then the output will be, so both are the both strings are appear like as a single string. For example, here select concat of s name comma s serial number from student. Okay, so here also we are receiving the data from the student. In the last classes, we are discussing about this. In the last classes, we are discussing about this. So this is just to try to take from the system. Am I right? So, but in the case of here, we are consider the data from the table. Select concat s name comma serial number from students. So then they both are appear like as a single string. If you observe here, string 522, string 545. So that means both are appear like as a okay. So both are appear like as a single string. Next, length. So these are the what I am saying the functions now. So those are very easy in the exam point of view also. So we will be easily remember all these things. So we can easily remember how we can use the ASCII, how we can use length, how we can use concat. So whatever it may be, I'm consider the functions. Those are very easy in the exam point of view. That's why I'm considering these. So other remaining functions are also there. So but we are not able to remember easily. So if we, for example, if the question is asking like this in the exam point of view, so explain different types of functions in SQL or explain SQL functions, then how we can write that? So better you try to use these functions. Okay. Better you try to use this. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay, so next one is the length. So I think we are easily remember this function. So returns the length of the specified string. How we can use this length of the string? Simple. Okay, so select length of hello from dual. So what it means actually? So that means here we are, whatever it may be, we are giving the string. So that string will be considered from the system inside. So dual means here we are giving the input from the system. Okay. So otherwise we can in the previous session, so we try to give the from the table also. So how we are giving that select length of particular string from particular student table name. Okay. So then also it will be appear like that. For example, here we are giving hello. Am I right? So how many letters are there? 5. So that's why it will be returns the length of the string. Okay. So next one is the replace. So replace, the name is implies. Here replace is a sequence of characters in a specified characters. So that means here we are replacing the string. Okay. So for example, so how we are using that syntax? Replace, expression, pattern, replacement. So that means here, so the first one is expression means total string. So pattern means where to be we will be replaced, and replacement means what to be we replaced here. So if you observe here, select replace good morning. So that is the total string. So next where to be replaced. So that is specified in the second position morning. So that means that place will be replaced. Okay, what to be replaced? Day. So nothing but here the day will be replaced in the place of morning. Okay, so that is the syntax for this, and here also we are considered from system. So that is nothing but a dual. So then the output will be displayed like this: good day. Okay, so these are the some mathematical functions. In the same way, here we are also using the round also, round, seal, floor. Okay, we can use so many functions are there. So if you having the chance, you can try to practice once. And we are already completing this unit. Just try to repeat all these comments once again. Okay, because these are also very important. So we don't know. So in some type of situations, maybe explain about different types of functions, but asking only the explain SQL functions only, but not asking directly. Okay, most of the chance asking the question in the way of, so explain SQL functions with examples. Simple, that's it. Okay, so next one is the string functions. Okay, so lower means, so we already know about this. When we are using this function, then get the given string into appeared into the lowercase letters. Okay, so if you're how we are using this, so lower of string value. So if you are giving like this, select lower of and giving the string from dual. Okay, so next the output will be displayed like this. Actually here we are entering the capital letters, but it will be appeared like as this lowercase letters. So in the same way, this is opposite to the upper. So given string into converted it to the uppercase letters. Okay, how we are using this upper of string. So if you observe here, the example is select upper of string from dual. Okay, so next the output will be displayed. So the actually the lowercase letters hello world, but that will be displayed in the way of capital letters. Okay, so next init cap. So what is the meaning of init cap? So initial letter capital. Okay, initial letter capital. So we already know about this, but we don't know how we are using in the SQL. Okay, next init cap. So all the letters in a string value is converted to mixed case. So that means here whatever we are giving the string, so that string will be converted into the init cap function. So that means, so the given string first letter will be capital. Okay, so for example here if you observe select init cap of hello world from dual. So I'm already saying about the dual. So when you are using this dual, then we are directly receiving the input from the system. Okay, so select init cap hello world. So H is capital. If you observe here, H is capital, remaining letters are the same. So next one is the L pad. So that means it will be padding from left side. So that means, so whatever it may we are specifying the symbol, so that symbol is added from the left side up to specified positions to a given string. So that is the purpose of L pad. If you observe here, returns the string value left padded with the pad value. Okay, returns the string value with left padded with the pad value. Length of the string will be n of characters. If you observe here, lpad string value n pad value. So what is the meaning of string value? So here we are giving the string, actual string. Next we are giving n. So nothing but how many number of positions. Okay. So next pad value. So which is to be added. So if you observe here, select lpad hello 7 hash. So here n represents the total length of the characters. Okay, the total length of the character is 7. Okay, and here we are adding the hash. So but we are giving already file it as hello from Jewel. So then, so we try to replace the only two characters. Am I right? So those two characters replace with the hash, not replace, added to the given string. Okay, double hash is added to the hello. In the same way, rpad also adding the some specified symbol to the given test from the specified position. So not only a test, not only symbol, we can give anyone. Okay, we can give any one of the symbol. So for example, here hello total character is 7. Total length of the characters is 7, and what to be replaced here? So what to be added here? Hash. So that is added from the right side. If you are observing here, so only two hashes are added. Why? Because here we are specifying the length of the string is 7. So for example, if you are giving there 10, then what happened? Actually, hello is 5 letters. So remaining 5 letters will be replaced by using hash. Okay. Okay. Next one is new. Okay. Next one is numeric functions. This one is numeric functions. So that means here we are performing some mathematical functions. Okay. So those are the first one is absolute. So that means whatever it may we are giving the value, so that the absolute value will be displayed here. So that means, for example, whatever it may we are giving the value. So that means it is not considering the sign of the value. For example, if we are enter the minus value, for example, if we are giving absolute minus 10, then also it will be written to only 10. If you are giving plus 10, then that will be also considered as a 10. So that means here not considering the sign of the value, just only consider the given value as it is. So that means absolute value. Okay. So if you are observing here, select ABS. So that means absolute function. So ABS of 1 from Jewel. Okay. If you want to display from the table, then we can use the field name and we specify the table name also. Okay. So select ABS of 1 from Jewel. So then the output will be 1. So why? Because it is a absolute value. Okay. Next one is seal. Seal means nothing but it will be considered the upper value. Okay, returns integer value that is greater than or equal to the number to x. Okay, for example, seal of x. So if you are observing here, select seal of 5.432 from dual. Actual the what is the actual value actually? So we consider only 5. Why? Because if it is less than 0.5, I'm right, 5.5. So then it will be treated as 5. So if it is 5.5, then we can treat it as 6. Okay, I'm right. So but here we are considered 6, even though it is a 5.1. So why? Because the seal function is it will be rounds to returns integer value. So and greater than, so which is nearest to the given value. Okay. So that means here, so 5.4 means it will be returns to the 6. For example, here if we are giving 5.1, then also 6. If it is a 5.9, then also 6. Okay. If it is a floor, so then consider only lowest value. For example, here we are giving 5.9. Okay, then also the output is 5. Why? Because so here consider the floor value. Okay, in the same way round. So we are obviously using this regularly. We are regularly using this. Okay, so we are regularly using this. For example, if we are giving 5.4, it will be considered 5. If it is a 5.6, then 6. So if you observe here 5.4, the 5.432, so the output will be 5.4 only. Okay, so next one is the date functions. So date functions means nothing but these are applied into the dates. So for example, add underscore month. So that means this function is used for to adding the months, number of months to the specified date. Okay, so how we are displaying the date? So select sysdate from dual. Okay, select sysdate from dual. Then it will be returns the today date. Okay, so next one is the add underscore months. Okay, add underscore months means nothing but return a date value after adding n months to the specified date. Okay, if you observe here add underscore months, date comma n. Okay. How we are using this select add underscore months. So that is the syntax. Here we are specifying the date. So which date to be added up to specified months. So here we are giving date 16 September 81. Okay. And here we are giving 3. So that means what it means, here we are adding 3 months to the specified date. So if we are adding 3 months, then what is the output actually? October, November, December. So then 16th December 81. So if you observe here, so that is the output from G1. So what it means, whatever it may, we are giving the input, so that can be received, from the system. So that's why we are giving the G1. Okay. So next one is the months underscore between. So that means here we try to specify how many number of months between a given dates. Okay. For example, returns the number of months between date x1 and x2. Okay. If you observe here the syntax, so sit properly. Sit properly. Yeah. If you observe here, select months underscore between 16 September 81, comma 16 December 81. How many number of months are there? So 3. So that will be written here. Okay. So next, last underscore day. So this function is used to determine the number of days remaining in a month from last in the date x specified. So that means what is the last date? For example, we are giving select last underscore day 1st June 8 from G1. So then it will be written what is the last day. Okay, for example, if we are right, for example, today our date, select last underscore day. So today date is 10th May. So 21 from Jewel. Then it will be written 31st. Why? Because May having the 31st, I think. Okay. So 31st May 21. So that is the last day. So next one is the conversion functions. To underscore char. So converts the numeric and date values to a character string value. So that means here we are giving numeric value and date values. So those are converted to the character strings by using to underscore char. The name is in place. Here we are converting into the characters. Okay. If you observe here, select to underscore char sys date. What is the meaning of sys date? So that will be returns the what is the actual date today. Am I right? Okay. So to underscore char sys date comma day month. Sorry for the distance. Please just wait here 1 minute. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. I hope all of the members able to see the screen now. I'm right. Okay, actually here I'm having some problems, so that's why so it will be shifting from one screen to another screen. Okay, so if you observe here, so now we are using this to discussing about the to underscore function, to underscore char. Okay, so if you observe here, select to underscore char sysdate comma and we are specifying day, month, year from dual. So if you observe here, so day, month, yy. Okay, so then it will be returns as the string. Actually, here we are not under anything, but it will be returns Thursday, February 2021. So why? Because so that means sysdate means on the day actually. So what is the meaning of sysdate? So actually it will returns the current date. Okay, for example, if you are giving now if you are now executing this command, then what is the output today? So it will be giving Monday and May 2021. Okay, so next one is the to underscore date. Converts the valid numeric and character values to a date value. So if you observe here, select to underscore date. So 01 June 08 from D1. So then it will be displayed in the date format. So even though we are giving so to their sys date, so then it will be giving the actual date. Okay. So next one is the NVL. Okay. So if X is a null, okay, replace with its Y, then X and Y must be with the same data type. Then we can use with the NVL of X comma Y. For example, here we try to give the value. So select NVL 57 from G1. So then 5 is filled with the 7 value. Okay. So next, here we are using some unary operators also. Unary operators means nothing but whenever single operator having two operands. So that is nothing but a binary operator. If it is single operand and single operator, that is nothing but a unary operator. We also know about this. Okay, unary operator makes operands positive. For example, if we are observe here, select star from employee, and here we are consider some of the employees also. Select sal plus 500 from employee. So that means what is the use of this query? Select sal. So that means it will be displaying the salaries from the table name employee. Okay, now so all the salaries added with the 500. Why? Because here we are not specifying any condition. So what is the salaries in the above session? 20,000 and another is the 3,500. Those salaries having the added to the 500 rupees. Okay, so next one is the minus operator, negative operand. So simple, select sal minus 3,500 from the employee. So then, so one is 17,000 and another one is the, so sorry, 3,500. So the one is 16,500 and another one is the 0. So division, so we can use the same manner. So multiplication, we can use the same manner. Select sal star into 3 from D1. Sorry, not D1, from the table name. Okay, so next one is the comparison operator, equal to. Okay, equal to operator checks if the value of the two operands are equal or not. Okay, so for example, create table name. So with some field names here, and here we are inserting some values. I'm right. So next, after inserting the values, so we are writing one query. Select ename from employee where sal equal to 50,000. So that means here, so what it represents, it will be display the employee name whose salary is equals to 50,000 from that particular table name. Am I right? So here, how we are using the equal to. Am I right? So that is next one is the not equal to. For example, we are using not equal to 50,000, then it will be displayed remaining names. Okay, so next greater than operator. So simple. So greater than 30,000. So then it will be display some other name. Less than operator. So greater than or equal to. Okay, and next less than or equal to. So any operator. So what is the use of? Sorry, here I'm. Yeah, and operator. So what is the purpose of and operator? For example, if you are asking one question, so what is the answer? So either A or B. So for example, if you are saying A and B, so what it means, we try to consider both A and B. So that means if both are true only, we are considered. Am I right? So in the same way, if any time of the situation, we need to based upon the two conditions. For example, if we are observe here, so display the employee name whose salary is greater than or equal to 30,000. At the same time, whose salary is less than 65,000. So that means should be considered two conditions. One condition is should be greater than or equal to 30,000, and another condition is should be that salary is less than 65,000. So at the time of the situation, we can directly using the and. In the same way, we can using the or also. Okay, or what is the purpose of or? Either consider any one of the condition. For example, if it is a greater than 30,000 or less than 65, need not to consider both. Okay, for example, if we want to display the queries like this, for example, whose employees are working in the CSC department, but greater than salary 30,000. So if we are giving this, if both are considered, so should be those employees working in the CSC and another one, those members salary greater than 30,000, then only displayed. If we are using and operator is there. So we already know about this. Why? Because these are the logical functions. So we are practice from DLD, CO, and we are practicing the MFCS also. So we also know about this. I'm right. So that's why I'm need not to explain again that functionality. So here we are considered both. Why? Because if we are using and, but if you are using R, so whether he is working in CSC or whether his salary is greater than 30,000. Simple. We can consider any one of them. Okay, need not to consider both. So next one is the any operator. So any operator is used to comparison, one of the comparison. So that means when we are based upon to the query within the query. So that means either sub queries or maybe the nested queries, then we can use this any. Okay, if you observe here, any operator is used to compare the value to any applicable value in the list as per the condition. So that means here we are compare with the some list. For example, if you are observe here, select S name from student, where S number equal to any, select S number from where marks greater than 85. So that means here whose marks is greater than 85. So that particular student numbers, who what is the name of that student? Okay, what is the name of the student? So then how we can write the query by using any? So that means it will be performing the comparison. First of all, select S name from student. So that means first of all we are selecting some list of the names equal to any. So that means now any will be performing another comparison. What that comparison actually, select S number from student where marks greater than 85. So that means whose marks is greater than 85, those numbers will be assigned to the first query. Then the first query will be embedded with the second query, now displaying the names. Okay, so in this type of way we are using different types of functions in SQL. Okay, we are already discussing up to now different types of built-in functions, different types of date functions, and different types of numeric functions and character functions. So please remember all these functions. So in the exam point of view, maybe asking about like this. For example, explain different types of functions within the DBMS. So then how we can use these functions and explain. So if you not understand this, you can ask me directly or try to observe the we try to observe the I think we are already completed this. Okay, so if you're having any doubt with the doubts, you can ask me now. Okay, we will try to cover the next topic in the next session. So up to now we are completing the 2 units in the revision. So we're already completing the first unit, we're already completing the second unit today. So actually I'm not having the option to directly practice with you, so that's why I'm just showing the word pad. Okay, if you're having any type of the doubts, you can ask me now. Otherwise, I will end the session today. Okay, if you're having any type of the doubts, you can unmute yourself and try to ask me. Otherwise, you can send through chat box. Otherwise, you can contact me personally also. I'm not having any type of the objections. And I try to say one thing. So most of them, some of the members log in with their names. I don't know the names. If we are login with your name, so maybe your attendance is not considered. And I try to say another thing. So most of the members not attending the classes regularly. So now I try to update that list in the next class. Who are the not attending the classes in the regular. So those type of numbers I will mention. So I will try to call their parents also. If you are not, if you are maintaining the same thing. Why? Because if your attendance is not sufficient, then you are not eligible to promote to the next class. So please try to remember this. Okay, don't try to do such type of things. And another thing, all of you